Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel for another Tuesday morning haul to Kit to Create series where I take items from my haul from Tuesday morning and I build a kit with it using my stash, and then I create a couple layouts with it. Now, if you're just now joining me, the reason why I started this series, at least at my Tuesday morning, I never get the full collection. It's usually a ephemera pack that I might be able to find, and if I'm lucky, a pack of stickers, and that's it. Sometimes it's just the sticker sheet and never the ephemera. So it's very rare that I end up getting a full collection. And what I decided on when I was doing a ton of hauls is I was kind of like shopping way too much and not using it, and the stuff was just sitting there. So I thought, you know what, I really want to show everyone how to build a kit with just the items that you might have found. And so that's what I wanted to do. And I just recently asked my friend Susanna Lee, if you don't know her, you should, because I will leave a link to her channel. She's fabulous. She's an amazing friend of mine. And her and I both were like, let's do it together, where we show the same exact, not the same exact items, but the same collection. So she might have gotten some different items from Tuesday morning, but it is going to be the same collection. And she's going to show you how she builds a kit, and I'm showing you how I build a kit. So you definitely want to check out both of them, especially if you're wondering and learning on how to build your own kits using up your stash. Now, if you've been scrapbooking as long as I have, you will know that back in early 2000, there was no collections. It literally was, you just bought paper that you liked, put it in your cart, and then paid for it, right? There was no collections. You had to kind of create your own what papers you wanted to use. So if you think about it, we actually have always been building our own kits. So let's go ahead and get started on what I have to show you. So I have the Chamel sticker collection. I hauled this back in, I'm assuming maybe October. That's when it's stamped as when it was in the store. And I did not purchase this. I remember I love Glitter Girl. I'm a huge Chamel fan, but this had me a little skeptical. I was concerned that I was not going to use this. However, when I saw it at Tuesday morning, I got the puffy stickers, and then they did have the ephemera and the enamel dots as well. I got really excited. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to buy them because, I mean, you can't beat the price from $4 down to $2, so it's like pretty much 50% off. And I purchased them. And then, of course, they have sat in my stash now for going on 4 months. I also purchased this around the same time. This is planner stickers, but I really like the little unicorn and the little llama, and they just had some fun little scenes. And I included that because I wasn't sure exactly what photos I was going to use. So that's what I have to go with. I have only actually one paper from this collection. And I will show you which one. Where is it? This is the one I have. This is it. So I purchased this before I even purchased any of this when it first came out, because I thought, you know what, I could use all of these little pieces. And I thought it would be really perfect to use. I also like this side as well. So this is kind of where I look at and go, okay, this is how I'm going to build my kit. And I'm looking at, there's wood grain, I notice there's pinks, there's turquoise, there's like a citrus or citron green, and I notice there's a couple of shades of different blue, and there's also purple. Now, and then yellow, and yellow as well. And there's also red, I guess. There's not a whole lot of red just on this paper. There might have been more red in the actual collection, but the only red that I see is popping up on these cameras. So right away, I'm not really looking at the sticker sheet. I'm focused on here because here's all the colors. So that is my starting point. I look for the busiest paper that has all the colors that are in the collection, and that is what I'm going to go by. So this is literally sitting by me on the floor as I'm going through my papers. Now, this is also going to be part of a Kill a Kit collection, and the reason why I say that, when I started looking at what was the color palette, I had this old Scraptastic Kit Club. They are no longer doing kits, which is a bummer. They were pretty fabulous, but I had subscribed to him for a while. And what I was doing was shopping way more than I was scrapbooking. I would buy like 4 or 5 collections. I was also on a couple of subscriptions, and I would maybe get 1 or 2 layouts in. So pretty much I have projects sitting here that was not even being looked at. And I remember this Purple Rain, and this is by We Are Memories, but this was the name of their collection, was Purple Rain. I remember they had that purple in there, and that really is what caught my eye, was the purple in here and the purple in the camera. And she had, again, those aquas and the lime. And so I was like, you know what, this would actually be a really good collection to start with. Now, again, I'm kind of maybe cheating a little bit because I had a kit kind of what I have left of it kind of put together for me, but there's some of that pink. Doesn't have to be necessarily matching, but that's kind of what popped in my head, was this purple and this pink and this teal that was in this Purple Rain collection. So I don't have much. As you can see, this is what I have as far as the embellishment. So, I mean, maybe it is kind of cheating, maybe it's not, but it isn't really much to go by. And I'm going to show you the papers that did come with it. So this was the embellishments. And here is all that I have left. Try to grab them all for you guys of this collection. So I have some of the branding strips, or maybe just some of the strips. There's some Heidi Swapp. They're like acetate. They're more like plastic. So I would just staple them onto a page. But there's some of this. And again, there's that pink. Here's some of that purple that I was talking about. I also have these enamel dots that I haven't even used while using this collection. And as you can see, I don't have much of it left. Here's that aqua or turquoise. Then I had this really pretty, it's very shimmer, it's kind of not shimmery, but it has a little shine to it, cardstock paper, which I think is really unique. It's My Colors cardstock in Frosty Pink. So I really like that. Here is a full 12 by 12 paper, which I absolutely love this paper. This is from Craft Market by Crate Paper. Super pretty. And then here's some of their own. Now I know this was exclusive to them because I had the branding strip. So this is, again, a Scraptastic exclusive. They're no longer in business, like I said. This was by We Are Memories. So this was another paper that actually went to the ephemera that came in this kit. Here's another piece of Scraptastic. So as you can see, it's not a whole lot, but it's matching some of the colors that I'm going with. So this I thought was a really great starting point to start building my kit. And I'm just kind of showing you all the little scraps. I don't have a whole lot. Let's see here. But when you look at it, for someone who doesn't have any paper from this collection, you can see how well this actually goes together. This is another one that was in that collection. This was by Jen Hatfield. It's called Cottage Living. I love that wood grain, and I love this too, which has got the wood scales. Then, ooh, I almost don't want that to drop. This is another piece that was in that collection as well. This is by Heidi Swapp, an older collection. I saved some of the ephemera, and that way I could see what I have used. This was their alphabet that came with that collection. They're plastic, and they're by We Are Memories. It's called Alpha Block, and it's called Hello Darling. And then I have a couple of more, it looks like, cardstock from this collection as well, from, again, that same company, My Color cardstock. And Dark Molasses and Pale Aqua was the colors. So this is what I have to go with. And like I said, this was a previous kit, but I definitely want to use this up. I have not much of it left. But now I'm going to start going into my supplies that were just, let me see here. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I need more places to spread out my things. Okay, so I'm just going to leave just this one paper right here. So here it is. Here's my, actually, you know what, not that one. Let's go with the one that I just told you, and I probably just put it back. Yeah, it's right here. Let's go with this one. All right, so you guys already know the papers that I picked. Now I'm going to go through my actual stash. So these were not in a kit. This is something that I was going through all of my papers to find what would match and what would go well with this one. Now, I said there was wood grain. Now, this is not the same exact wood grain. However, there's wood grain in the collection. Wood grain goes with everything. It reads as a neutral. It could go with seriously any single layout. And so, even though it does not match, I would never put this wood grain against this wood grain because of that. However, I could use all the other pieces that don't have wood grain in it. So I'm going to have this one as my neutral. She had lots of pink. We know Shamel's, her favorite color combination is aqua and pink. So I grabbed this one. It might not match perfectly, but that's okay because I'm going to only have pops of it. It's not going to be, or maybe it might be, one where I wouldn't use this to go against this, but I would use other pieces, such as, like, you can change the world against that. I also like to have black and white included in that. Now this is from Good Vibes crepe paper, and I really like the pink in this one as well, so I included that to go either way. It could either go black and white, or it could read as another pink. And speaking of black and white, I found another one. Now this is from an old The Secret Not So Secret Kit Club kit that I had subscribed to. And this is an old Glitz design paper back from 2013. I'm only going for just the black and white embellishment. So I could either use this side depending on the photos, or I could use this one. Now this is something that I made, and I don't have it on video, and I'm so sorry. It was kind of a mess up. This was the original side. I gessoed everything, I put everything down, and when I was done doing all my colors, this is how the ink turned out. It was horrible. I was so sad. However, flip it over, and I didn't gesso any of it on the other side and tried it again, and I actually really love the effect that I got. Are they perfect hearts? No, but I like the whole fading into different colors. And so these colors go with, besides the only one that's not showing up in this collection is the orange, but that's okay because I could tie it all in. So I included this as one of my backgrounds as well. I have another turquoise cardstock because I actually didn't even look in that kit to see what I have. I just knew that there was some purples in there, and so I threw this one in as well. And this is from a Studio Calico kit, you know, again, that I had purchased a while ago. This one, the same thing, it was from a Studio Calico kit. It's another pink. And then I have this also, this mint. Now this mint I'm noticing is not really in this collection at all. I'm going to keep it because I may be able to tie it in later. I might be able to use it with something like this where it doesn't show any mint in it. So I can always tie those in with other pieces. Here's another pink, but I also really liked that blue. So when I thought of the blue, I thought maybe it might work with this one. Looking on it now, it kind of doesn't, but you know, I mean, it kind of goes with this little snow or the cone of the ice cream. I'm going to keep this in here just in case, because again, I never know. I did find another navy blue. This is by Lucky Charm. It's that dark navy blue, so I knew this would work, and so would this side as well. Especially if I was to grab some of those darker blues to make them pop against the background of this. So I'm going to have one of those sheets included. So I'm just looking at colors. Now I saw this one and I was like, ooh, this would be perfect. Now, as I said, I don't see this color like I thought I did. Maybe it wasn't more in the sticker sheet. You know, actually, if you look in the sticker sheet, the colors are a little bit different than what you see. So I was also looking at the sticker sheet to go with these other items. So again, I was not just keeping myself limited on my choices. So while I have this, and while this is certainly from the same collection, I kept this out as well because I was noticing the different colors that were in the items, or in the paper, in between the paper and the sticker sheet. I did include this Sweet Girl. I thought this would be a great background page, but I also noticed that there was that lime and I was like, ooh, this could not be more perfect. So if I need to add pops of green, I have that as my choice as well. Here is another Dear Lizzy. I don't think I'm going to use this side. I think it was more for the pink and the gold if I wanted to use it. I thought that was pretty close in the color and the shade. This one could also work as well, but I'm not sure if I would want... It all just depends on maybe some of the sayings, like let it shine, have fun, okay? I mean, that kind of stuff. And then here I grabbed myself another green, but this one had more of a print. Now this is something that I won in a 2Ps challenge. This is by Lawn Fawn. It's called Pink Lemonade, and maybe I think the collection was Pink Lemonade, and this one is called Juice from 2013. So I haven't really used that. So that is where I'm at so far on just paper. Now I'm going to kind of straighten this up a little bit so that way you guys are not trying to figure out what you're all looking at if it's messy. Sorry, this is going to annoy me. My OCD-ness is starting to kick in here. Okay, so there's that, and hopefully that isn't too much of a glare. Oh no, I still have more paper. I also included this one by Lawn Fawn because there was pops of yellow, and I don't have a whole lot of yellow, so I had to be kind of picky on what I wanted to use. Now this blue matches beautifully for this, the navy blue that's in here. However, I was looking at this purple. Tell me if it does not go together with this. This is by a Dear Lizzy. It's by Serendipity, and I wish I actually had more of this paper. Okay, and then I have another neutral, which I always kind of try to throw in. This is just a different one. This is gray and white with cameras on it. And then I had this piece just sitting here, and I thought this possibly could work. Looking on it, it might not, but I did include it just in case. Okay. Now, when I thought of this, I remembered that I had purchased, again, another Tuesday Morning item that was a Simple Stories pack. And this had some neutrals, and then it had some watercolor paper looking where it was pinks and peaches and mint green, all the colors that I absolutely love. I just love this blue. It's like a blue-gray. And so I thought, you know what, this could actually work on some of the backgrounds that I might want. Again, there's that purple that I absolutely think is so pretty. So I included this because every color could probably work on this with the Glitter Girl collection. So I'm going to include that. Now I get to the nitty gritty. This is where I really dig out some old stuff. Now remember, I said I've been scrapbooking for 19 years. And so, or maybe not, I shouldn't say I've been scrapbooking for 19 years because I did take an 8-year break. However, I shopped for 19 years. And, well, and then I also did a freeze to get to my sister's wedding. But I'm on a freeze again. So technically, we'll say 17 years. 17 years of shopping. So you can imagine my inventory. I have papers from when I first started that I just won't get rid of. And that's because, remember when everybody was talking about scrapbooking being... there wasn't a lot of purple. Well, for some reason, I gravitated towards purple, and I was looking at this, and I was like, I really want to do something with a purple layout. Maybe it could be monochromatic, I don't know, but this really caught my eye. So I am going to try to play off where I use some pinks, some purples, and maybe some aquas. And that's when I went into my purple bin of paper. That is basically in my scrapbooking room. It's a cupboard that has all my stuff from when I very first started scrapbooking, when I was buying papers like this. And I've kept them because I constantly go into, because I'm looking for those rare colors that I don't see too much now in the scrapbooking world. And so, or in the community. And so I have a ton of purple, and they're very thin papers, but I just started grabbing, and you're going to see a ton of just different tones, different prints. They do not, I looked on the back of them. The only one is this KP Kids and Company, designed by Kara Pearson. That is the only one that has a branding strip. The rest of them do not have any names on the front, on the back. So I have no idea who the company was. that made these. Now I know some of these came from QVC. I know some might have been from Current when I would shop with Current, which was basically an online store. But look at all those purples. Whoa, talk about purple rain right there, right? So I am going to keep these included because, like I said, I might do a monochromatic paper or layout. Now this was also from Glitter Girl. Now I didn't purchase this from Shamel, but I think because I was trying to find stuff that I don't have a whole lot of, and I thought, you know, this is very unique. I don't know if I'm going to use this one. I'm going to be honest with you. I have a hard time using this because it looks like it's cream against the gold. And I'm not sure that's really going to fit with the layouts that I'm working on, but I'm going to go ahead and stick that in there just in case. Now I did purchase the, when she first came out, I did purchase her first set because I thought this was so cool that her stickers were in this little folder and I wanted to try that out. So I did purchase these at the time because this was the very first collection she did it. So I did get some of those. I also found, I think this is a box of crayons that I purchased from, what is it, Peachy Cheap or something, and I noticed that there was some purple. So I included that because I was looking at the purples and the pink. I thought this might work with some of the colors because it does have some of the pinks, the yellows, and the aquas. And then I have already the enamel dots. Actually, this is another set. I have 2 sets of these. Huh. Yeah, because here they are with the ones I got at Tuesday morning. Didn't even know that. All right. And then I got some photo corners that were also in this collection. And some of these little words from Freckled Fawn. Now, these Freckled Fawn are chipboard little quotes or little sayings. And they were from a kit. And I love that they pop out, but I don't know what any of them say unless I go through them. But I was looking again at these purples and pinks and fuchsias. So I thought about using this Good Vibes. I'm actually going to put this off the side because I don't think I'm going to use this. This is something my friend Susanna sent me. We sent each other stuff that we couldn't find at Tuesday morning. And so she sent me a package of these and I sent her a little something by Vicki Booten. So I don't think I'm going to use these. I'm going to put those off to the side. However, I am going to use, whoops, sorry for all that noise. I am going to use what I have shown you so far. Picked out some thickers. Now this is from TJ Maxx, so it's almost like a Tuesday morning, right? This is pretty old that I picked up when TJ Maxx was actually carrying thickers. They don't anymore. I have not seen them in a very long time, but I grabbed these because they're unique and they're purple. I also grabbed these because these had the aquas, the navy blue, and the yellows and pinks. So that's what I was kind of looking for. And I thought maybe I could tie these in with other with this collection. And then I grabbed another multi-pack because I was looking at some of these colors and I thought that they would go really well with these. Now I can always definitely add more, but for the time I just kind of like to build a few things, and if at least I have a starting point, and if there's something that is not really working for me, like maybe none of the thickers are really working, I can always go into my stash. And I basically just reorganized them just recently where they're all kind of in that rainbow manner, and that way it makes it a lot easier for me to kind of look through them. Now I noticed that what I was missing, you guys all know that I like to try to include a little bit of everything from every embellishment category. So I've got wood buttons, I got enamel dots, photo corners, some chipboard, yes, but I was looking also for theme. Now I am looking at this, and I think the only thing that caught my eye was this camera that I thought I could possibly use, some of the black and white feature icons, and some of these banners. Now looking on this right now, I don't, everything else no, so I'm kind of thinking to myself, why did I pull this out? But I think it was because I truly was like not finding a whole lot. But I might go back to it, all my chipboard that is on these 12 by 12 sheets, and look for just maybe black and white icons or little quotes that I can, or you know, phrases that I can use for this. I think it's gonna be really hard for me to try to find anything that matches with this because it just really didn't go well. So here I have one chipboard But now that you guys know what I'm thinking about doing with my others. And then, last but not least, I grabbed some more paper. Now, the reason why I grabbed some more paper, and you're probably thinking, whoa, you have a lot, is because of the fact that I thought these colors, without bringing everything out, I thought all these colors worked really well with her collection. They're very colorful. We all know Shamel, she loves color. So I thought some of these yellows and the greens would really work well. And I mean, that's pretty much it. This is going to be my kit. I'm going to make a couple layouts, and I am going to try to use one of them in my Crafty Maven, which is the Kill It Kit, for when I'm up on the 20th. So now, just to let you guys know that I am going to have, Susanna and I are going to be posting on January 25th for this series, and then I am going to have one more with that, and then the Scraptastic kit is the one I'm going to post on Crafty Maven. So that's it, everybody. That is how I built my kit. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I inspired you. I hope you learned something on how to build a kit. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I would love to talk to you. You guys know that. You guys know I always respond. It might take a couple days, especially if I'm busy during the week, but I always respond. So if you need any help, I am definitely here to help you guys out. No problems at all. That is why I come on here and do this stuff. So everyone, you have an amazing night, and I will talk to you in a great weekend because it's Friday. Yay, yay. Or should we say Friday? But definitely it's Friday, and you all enjoy spending time with your family, your loved ones, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.